We are in the house that my wife and I rent a room of. We share the kitchen and we share the bathroom and the living room. It can be a little tight at times.
When jazz pianist Lee Tambulian came to New York in 2011, he moved 5 times looking for a suitable place he could afford.
I mean, it's difficult to make money on the road, it's difficult to make money in the clubs, and it's very difficult to make money on recordings. There's really nothing left. If you're committed to being an artist, you have to keep trying.
Just ask Mario Abney. The New Orleans trumpeter lost his house when he started playing jazz full-time.
When I moved down to New Orleans, for example, you know, it was a point where I was homeless, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have my own place.
Jazz performers say the day-to-day life of a musician makes saving for retirement difficult. That's why the local 802 Union Jazz representative, Todd Weeks, argues that major New York City clubs like the Iridium could afford and should agree to create a pension plan for jazz musicians.
We're talking about a lack of advocacy for people who are arguably creating the most important cultural manifestation in American music.
Other artistic groups in the city, like Broadway performers, do get pensions. Back in 1963, Broadway theaters agreed that in exchange for ticket tax waivers, they would set aside the same amount of money for pensions. Then in 2007, the Jazz Union and state legislature worked to pass a similar deal.
The law was passed, the tax was forgiven, and the club owners said, well, we're not going to, honor our part of the bargain.
We asked several club owners to speak about the pension fund. Several refused to comment, and others didn't return our calls or emails. With the failed reform, the Justice for Jazz campaign was born, leading the city council to pass a resolution supporting the movement in October.
I told them that if I die before the pension came through, that I would come back and haunt them.
At the forefront of that campaign is Keisha St. Joan. The 75-year-old has been singing at jazz clubs since she arrived in New York City in 1968.
Well, call it stormy Monday, but Tuesday's just as bad. Call it stormy Monday, but Tuesday.
Joan got a job singing at a club in the World Trade Center with renowned jazz artists Doc Cheatham and Johnny Letman.
It was wonderful, but I felt that they didn't have enough respect for the musicians. And because I opened my mouth, they fired me.
There's a culture of fear that's developed, and you basically, as an artist, you're lucky to get a job. You're not expected to demand much.
While national trends show that pension plans are on the decline, the musicians argue that it is the best and only way for a comfortable retirement.
Then after the smoke is cleared and all of the people have gone and tickets are sold and all that stuff is over, you know what I'm saying, you got your own life to deal with.
I sometimes think, well, gosh, I'm not really putting anything back for my retirement. I haven't gotten on the Obamacare yet. I need to do that. I'm just being very frank here. It's just kind of something that needs to happen. There is a certain thing in New York that is unique, I think. I was told by Ron Miles, yeah, man, in New York, you gotta come out bleeding.
For now, Tambulian says that his options are limited.
Probably they'll have to cart me off the stage somewhere, or, unless I get incapacitated before I reach the stage. I'll probably die with my boots on.